Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you this encapsulated acrylic nail set I did. It's like a spring summer with dried flowers and some butterflies. This set will be on myself. I'm going to start off by using Mia Secrets monomer. I'm also going to be using Mia Secrets clear acrylic as well as their cover pink. This cover pink does have a little bit of glitter, so if you don't like that, it's probably not for you, but it's one of my favorites. And then I'm also going to use the Protein Bond primer. It's literally drops left. That's it. I'm going to use these two brushes. Alpha brush, I have a code down below if you want to use that. And I am also going to be using Artisan's Nail Brush from nailsuperstore.com. Very affordable. I already prepped my nails. I put my nail tips on and everything's ready and set. The nail tips are from Glitter Planet from UK. They are awesome. They're pre-pinched, so very little to no work in filing into the shape that I want, unless I want it a lot thinner. And here I am putting the primer on. Like I said, I literally ran out of it. I have very small, I'm hoping I have enough for my other hand. If I don't, I'm probably gonna have to do something with gel or something with poly gel, because I've been looking online to order more of this and everything's out of stock. Everything's gonna be 3 to 4 weeks plus delivery. So I'm a nail tech and you would think I would have more primer, and that's the only thing I'm missing. So the first color I'm going to be using is a glitter mix that I made myself. It is in a container that you can get from Walmart. They're just the condiment containers, the plastic ones. That's where I put my glitter mixes, and I will link down below how I make my own glitter acrylics and colors if you're interested in that. That is why I'm not showing you this color, because I just mixed a bunch of different glitters to create this specific color. Now this glitter does have chunkier pieces as well as really fine ones. Here and there I'll remove some of the chunkier ones because I just felt like they didn't go with the glitter or with the look I was going for. But most of the glitters are like a purple pink type of tone. That one is like a green leaf. I just removed it because it felt like it didn't go there. But that is all I'm going to do for the pinky. I'm just going to use this glitter acrylic. These are, it's not so much glitter in there, so you can see a transparent nail still. So I really did like that look. Hey guys, for the middle finger I'm going to be using Mia Secrets Cover Pink, and I'm going to be using this sort of like a French nail, but it's going to be a straight French nail. I'm just going to add enough color and then I'm going to encapsulate it later on to build the structure of the apex. But here I'm just adding this much, and then I'm just going to straighten it out, make sure that it's nice and straight. It helps cover my underneath nail. I did leave my nail the length that I left it so you can see it through, especially because this nail is going to be a clear nail. That is because my skin from behind my nails grows with my nail. So if I cut that, I will cut into my skin and I'll bleed. So I always have to leave certain nails a little bit longer so that it can prevent me from actually cutting my skin that grows behind. And you can fix that very, very easily by every time you take a bath or a shower, you just push back your skin. Same with your cuticle, push it back every single day. Anytime you wash your hands with warm water, definitely do that. That helps your cuticle, and it also helps the skin behind your nail go down. But I always forget. So for the index finger, I decided to put a little bit of clear acrylic, very watery acrylic. And excuse my hair, I'm literally right on top of the camera, so it's very hard to try to stay out of frame. And then after that, you can hold it with your brush, or you can use a Ziploc bag like I am using and just pressing down, counting for a few seconds and pulling it right off, and it completely flattens any type of 3D art you have on top, which I do appreciate, because sometimes when you encapsulate things like dried flowers or chunkier glitters, they tend to poke out, and then you can do layers and layers of acrylic, but you're just making the nail thick and then it's still poking out. So that definitely helps. Here I'm adding one of my flowers. These are gold flowers. I'm not showing you where I got the flowers from because man, it was a long time ago. It was when I first started as a student. This was like 5-6 years ago. So I do not remember, to be honest. The little gold beads, those I got from AliExpress. The dried flowers, I've gotten some from AliExpress. I've gotten some from Models Ones. They have sent me. I've gotten some from eBay. I don't know which ones are from where, but those are places you can buy dry flowers from for very inexpensive price. So I just decided to put the gold beads around just where I feel there's gaps so that it's not a complete clear nail. I want it to be transparent where you can see through, but not the full nail. I still wanted some of the flowers and some of the other stuff in it. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on this nail, just using a little bit of different colors. I just wanted to stick to those purple, maroon, pink type of tones for this look, but you can do any color nails that you choose. And like I said, you could just mix it around. The only thing with this is if you're working with acrylic, make sure it's very small beads and that they're very wet, so that you can have time to grab the flowers and put them on there. If you just keep grabbing a ton of beads and keep adding 3D art, no matter what it is, you're going to end up with a very bulky nail. And then when you start to file down, you can end up taking chunks of the flowers or anything else you encapsulate. So you want to make sure it is very small beads you're using and very watered down beads. And also, this is a great tip. I do always recommend this when you encapsulate, because it will completely flatten your design, so that when you do encapsulate at the end, you can still have very nice thin nails with a nice apex. So for each nail I did one butterfly. I decided to do this butterfly towards the middle, try to hide my natural nail a little bit, and just add beads around, and that is exactly like the other nail. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit so they can look a little different. As soon as I finish the ring finger, I go on to my middle finger and I just file a nice crisp line. I want to make sure that it's just a straight line because I'm thinking of doing some tape on top, some of the nail design like chrome tape on top. So that can hide any imperfections if you don't want to file it, but I still file it because I like seeing very sharp lines. And I'm going to do the same thing I did both on my index finger and on my ring finger here, but it's just going to be the top part of it, the French part of it. So that's what I'm going to do there. I also ended up at the end deciding to add crystals to that. It all depends. I end up finding out later towards the end what I want to do. So for my thumb, I wanted to do half and half. So I wanted to do one side that purple glitter mix that I made myself, and then I wanted to do the pink on the other side because I didn't want the pink that I used for my middle finger to look out of place or look like it was I don't know. I feel like it blended a lot better using it somewhere else as well, but not to do a full nail. I don't know why, but I cannot go back to doing solid color nails. Not even one. I have to have something on that nail other than a solid color. So this might be a little too much for some people, but I feel weird and naked without all this extraness. After that sets and dry, I go on and take my file and just try to make sure I file a really nice crisp line, because when you're using solid colors or a lot darker colors, you will definitely see the line, if it's straight, if it's crooked, or whatever it is. So since it's clear here, it's really hard to tell. That's why I still always like to file just to make sure. Then I go in with the Mia Secrets Cover Pink and I apply that to the other side. I do take my time. I do small beats. It's how I work. I rather take longer and make sure that I get it precisely how I want than to go really super fast and end up with a bulky, messed up nail that I have to sit there and file for hours. So I'm just cleaning off the line because I want to make sure that I clean off the line, because I'm gonna go in here and encapsulate this. I'm not gonna file on top of this. I'm not gonna do any more filing until I am done encapsulating and sealing this nail. So I want to make sure it is very clean from the top and that there's no other imperfections. Now I'm going to be encapsulating all the nails, and I just recommend that your bead is not dry and not super wet, kind of like a medium bead, but a little bit more wet than dry, just so it can flow down. And I always love to hold my nail downwards to make sure that it helps me move the acrylic down without me having to do too much brush work. And at first I just worry about encapsulating the entire nail, and then I will worry about the apex. And I do this to all the nails. Most of the filing and encapsulation will probably not be on the video because I get so into this that I forget to stay in frame, and then it's just really bad out of frame video clips. So I won't have much, if any, probably 1 or 2 fingers, but it's exactly the same steps on all 5 fingers. As soon as I'm done encapsulating all the nails, I go in with my medium bit, and it is a safety bit. I love this because I can go very extremely close and I will not damage my cuticle or the client's cuticle. And I just like to be very clean when it comes to the cuticle area, because you got to remember when the nail grows out how it's going to look after that, as well as you don't want a thick cuticle. You want a very nice flushed cuticle, and you just want the highest point to be the apex, and then you want the free edge to be nice and not too thin but nice and thin, just to give the nails a really pretty look without having the bulk and still having the strength to hold. As soon as I am done using the bit, I also sometimes clean underneath the nail or shape the C-curve if I have to do any of that. I would just get into filing. Let me tell you, this file was horrible. I bought this file as a 2-pack from Walmart. I had to go get groceries and Sally's was closed, and the Sally's by me did not do curbside pickup. And I've been looking at Amazon and everything won't be here till like a month or 2, and I needed something now so I can do my nails, because like I said, I know I'm a nail tech and I have backups of everything, but I completely finished my nail files as well as my primer, and I'm like trying to figure out where I can order something that's going to get here quick. So I tried these and they were horrible. After I was done like with 2 nails, this file was dull. It was like not working at all. After that, I cleanse my nails with some alcohol and acetone, and then I'm going to be using this kind of holographic gold tape, and I just put it in the center. It's a pop of color to the nail, and you can definitely encapsulate this with the acrylic, or you can use builder gel on top. I just use regular gel because usually this tape is really good staying on myself, but when it comes to my clients, I just rather not risk it, and I always do either my gel in a bottle top coat, the rubber top coat, which is like a builder gel top coat, which is awesome because it's thick but it's not extremely thick, so you can use it as a top coat as well as encapsulating. So I normally use that for them, but like I said, I can fix it if it messes up, but usually it lasts me my 3-4 weeks with no issues. And here I'm just using some purple off pink Swarovski crystals. I'm also going to be using just a dip base, which is just glue, and an activator for my crystals. You can use any nail glue as well. It's just what I'm using, what I have on hand, just because first of all I can't get my hands on items online, but might as well use what I have and not have to buy any extra. And I'm just using a wax pencil that I got a long time ago from, I think it was AliExpress. They had a whole ton of them for a few dollars. And after I put all the crystals, I'm going to be using my Models 1 top coat, one of my favorite top coats. And I just have my pink little stand here. I got this stand, I think it was from AliExpress. If not, it was from eBay. And I'm just going to top coat all my nails and get them ready to cure under the lamp for 30 seconds. And after that, they are completely done. I do top coat the top of the nails. Once that's done, I turn them around and top coat the back. But like I said beforehand, before I put any of the crystals or tape on, I made sure that I scrubbed the back of it and the front of it with alcohol and acetone to get rid of any debris or any of the powder, to make sure that it doesn't get in the top coat and then I mess up my top coat. So make sure you top coat the top and the bottom, especially if they're clear nails. Okay, you guys, and that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this nail set. It's really pretty, very spring and summer like. I wanted something different for my nails because I always tend to go with just pure pink or just usually pink. So I wanted to add some purple, a little bit of splash of a dark kind of maroon colors. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to do for my next hand. I don't even know if I have enough primer for that, but stay tuned for a video coming up to see what I end up doing on my other hand. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thanks.